Darling, give me 10 minutes and I will make you her favorite lover. I'm Arica Angelo and I've been giving advice now on YouTube for 16 years. I've been a coach for 17 years. So trust me, darling, I've got your back when it comes to making you a masterful lover. You may be wondering, why do I even want to be a masterful lover in today's society? Because here's the truth. The men who understand these secrets, who are making love beautifully to their woman and they're having passionate love-making sessions, I assure you, they don't know half the shit that you know about what's going on in society. Why? Because they're too busy making love to their beautiful woman. They're too busy sucking on her voluptuous breasts. They're too busy being buried deep inside of her moist, tight punani. And so they're living in bliss while maybe you or the people you know are struggling out there. This is why you want to give me 10 minutes so that you can become her favorite lover, because there's nothing like cultivating a relationship with a woman where you guys masterfully start understanding one another's bodies. You start connecting in a deep, meaningful way so that when you guys make love, it's not just no. But it's that love making where there's sweat. It's salty, it's messy, it goes on for hours. You find out that you are maybe capable of orgasming more times than you thought you possibly humanly could. It's those kind of sweat sessions that make you realize that this is what makes life so beautiful. And if you're not experiencing that type of lovemaking, then trust me, you want to watch this video. The reality is, when a woman can surrender to you, when she can trust you, meaning she trusts in your abilities, when you send her those dirty messages telling her what you're going to do to her body, or when you express your desires to her of, I find you so beautiful, I love your tight ass, I love your beautiful pink nipples, I love the way you taste, I love how tight you feel, in fact, I can't wait to bury myself so deeply inside of you. When you're communicating all of this, but she trusts that when you get her to the bedroom, that you have the facilities to deliver that. You know the techniques. You know what to do to bring pleasure to her body. And here's the other thing about being a masterful lover. Every woman's body is different. And when you take the time with this woman to really know her body, when she makes that certain, you know, oh yeah, she's about to come. Or when she tightens up, you know it's your time to go in hard and go fast. All of these beautiful signals that she gives to you, you now know because you've become a masterful lover of her body. And so one of the things that you want to do is always be in a consistent vibe of touching your woman. And I want you to write that down right now. Touch my woman consistently. What this does is sometimes us human beings, we may have a beautiful moment. Think about it. You may watch a beautiful movie. Imagine, picture this. You're in the cinema. You're watching a very heartfelt movie. Maybe you even shed a tear. And for the first time in a long time, you actually feel inside of your heart, right? And you're like, wow, life is good. Life is special. I shouldn't take it for granted. All these things you're saying to yourself. And then what happens? Life shows up. You get in your car, you drive home, you're maybe with your girl, and then some asshole cuts you off. And what do? You go right back into the Matrix response and you mother, and you're honking the horn and can you believe that asshole? He should be arrested. And you're just like, all that bliss that you were feeling in your heart is gone. And that's what happens to a woman. That's what happens to us in our connection. While we may have this amazing, erotic, powerful experience with you in the bedroom, life does happen. How do you circumvent that? You circumvent that through giving her consistent touch. When you're constantly touching her, what you're doing is you're building the momentum of trust so that when she is with you, it is now innate. It is a natural response for her body to surrender to you. Why? Because you've cultivated safety within her body as the ultimate lover that you are. That's gonna make you already her favorite lover when you're consistently touching her, soothing her, giving that nurturing touch that tells her mind, it's okay, you're a good one, and it teaches her body to feel safe with you. Now, let's get into the naughty part. There are certain ways that you can lick on our body, kiss our body, nibble our body. There are things that you can do with your fingers and your hands to create these explosive orgasms. In fact, you can be able to put yourself in a position to give her orgasms that she's never experienced in her life. And trust me, if you ever talk to women, they will tell you, there was this one guy and I never came so much in my life. In fact, I didn't know that my body could come so much until I was with this guy. You want to be that guy that she shares that story about. And when you know how to masterfully maneuver her body, you know how to finger her body, you know how to lick her body, you know how to say the right things that make her feel like she wants to give everything over to you, you will become that man that is not only her favorite lover, but that guy that she will never, ever forget about. And trust me, we never forget about that guy. And I now have this whole aura bundle that will teach you all about how to do that. And we even do have a special conversation in that bundle where me and a girlfriend and a guy friend, we talk about the honesty of sex. And one of my girlfriends shares an experience that I had never even heard of about what a man did to her body. And to this day, she's still talking about that guy. And we also have our squirting method in there. I have my tongue magic a part of it. I have my fingering, how to masterfully finger a woman. When you combine all these techniques, and you can get it in the comment section, you can get it in the description, this bundle that I'm talking about, the oral bundle. But when you can master these techniques, what happens is you start creating new experiences for her body that she's never had. And if a woman has had many lovers, when that one lover shows up and he knows exactly where to touch her body, this creates a whole new experience. Because here's a secret. Come here, I want to tell you something. Women, we love to learn new things. So when you can teach us new things, especially when it comes down to our body, when you can teach us stuff, when you can give us an experience with our very own body that we did not know that we were capable of having, and you masterfully deliver that experience to us, you become this hero. You become this guy that we put on a pillar. You become this guy that we can't stop thinking about. You become the guy that we talk to about our friends. You're the guy that we think about when we're trying to work and we can't concentrate, and we just start thinking about you all the time. Why? Because you took us to a place that no man has ever gone before. And you get to do that. And that's why it's so important to become better as a lover, to position yourself as her favorite lover. When you know how to do these techniques, and not only that, when you start showing her fun, exciting positions, because here's the thing, sex gets boring for a lot of couples. Why? They're missing this one element. What are they missing? What are couples missing? What are people missing when they've been together for too long? Maybe what are you missing when you're even just having random lovers? It's adventure. We all want that sense of adventure in the bedroom. It's not supposed to be just outside. It's supposed to be in our bedroom as well. And when you can take her body on the adventure, then you expose her to new positions she's never had before. You make it exciting. You make it erotic. You put porn to shame when you're able to bring her body into these new experiences. And I have my erotic power positions. It gives you 25 powerful positions that you can put her body in, positions she's never been put in before. And when you put her body into those positions, you begin to bring out that sense of adventure. You bring out that wildness, all those barriers that she's carried on the inside get released. So when you tell her, lay down right here, I want you to lift your ass this way. I want you just to relax. And listen, I'm going to give it to you, but I'm not going to give it to you all at once in this position because it's going to be too much. In fact, in the comment section, you know I love for you guys to comment on some wild shit. Comment, it's going to be too much. I love it. I love it. But yes, when you say wild shit like that to her, when she's in these positions, listen, I'm just going to give you a little bit of it, because if I give it all to you in this position, it's going to be too much. And what does that do for us? It builds excitement, builds a little trepidation, like, oh my God, what's gonna happen? And then it's like, what? But it makes you come across as the skillful lover, that you know your body part, you know exactly what to do with her to give her that moan, to give her that ecstasy. This is how you become her favorite lover. When you're consistently touching her, when you're showing her that you care, you're giving her that nurture, but also not just showing that, but also bringing in the right technique so that you know how to bring her body to pleasure and also adventure. 3 that you need are the consistent care, that touch that you're giving to her, having the right techniques, and then also bringing in that sense of adventure. When you can combine all of that together, you, my darling, I promise you, become her favorite lover. And if you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? Subscribe right now, turn on that bell, and like this video. Now I have this video, it's called the top 3 positions for better oral sex. Trust me, you want to watch that video. And if you haven't subscribed, hit this outdated picture of me with short hair that needs to get updated. I'll see you in my next video. You take care.